Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase. I think we're caught up enough. I have got 3 different stores represented in this video, opening up Hot Wheels exclusives, store exclusives to be specific. I've got Target Red Editions. They're from Target. I've got Walmart Zamacs. They're from Walmart. Those are the 2 latest trios. Well, almost. And then I have something from way long ago that I had a hard time getting my hands on. My friend Jason sent me the GameStop. I'm going to keep saying Dollar General. The GameStop exclusives. I've shown the latest Kroger exclusives. I've shown the latest Dollar General exclusives. That fantastic Honda Prelude. But I haven't caught up on these GameStop exclusives. If you remember, I actually bought 2 cases, and it was the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. They were like, one of them didn't even have a case. They just dumped a bunch of cars in a box, and the other one clearly had been messed with, and it was like all of one car plus a few others. And anyway, it was such a disaster. I returned everything to GameStop. Thankfully, they took it. Nonetheless, we're going to catch up on these red editions, which just came out at Target. Walmart got a little crazy. They released these Zamacs. I can't even remember what mix they came with, the 3 of them which we're going to open. And then literally like 6 seconds later, they released the next trio. Now, this trio's okay. This trio's phenomenal. One of the best Zamacs. And we'll finish off the video with a little bit of a bonus coverage having to do with that 300ZX. So we're going to open those up. And we also have, via Mattel, which I haven't showcased yet, and this seemed appropriate, the mail-in from Walmart, the 2021 mail-in, which is the 1980 Dodge Macho Power Wagon. You ever seen this car? Maybe you haven't. We're going to showcase that today. I think this is only the 4th version of that casting. Now that I think about it, you probably have, because it was in Car Culture. What am I thinking? Let's just show it off. That's what we're going to do today. We will start. Let's get caught up. Let's put 2020 to bed. I thought we did a long time ago. And let's talk about these particular exclusives. No reason to get too much into them, but what is cool about these, because I didn't have them to show back then, is that these are all new models in 2020. So we had this was the only second color of the 914 Safari. This was the second color of the Bentley Continental GT, second color of the Ford Mustang Shelby, which has since been a super treasure hunt, right? We've actually seen all of these released. This one hasn't been released yet, but it is coming in 2021. And then, of course, the Big Air Bel Air. This was the 3rd color of that one, I think. And waiting for this one to become a super. I only think it's just a matter of time. Let's just open them up real quickly, starting... Well, what's a Lamley video? If I don't drop it. Is that why God invented carpet? There it is. It is the Porsche 914. I'll give it a turn on the turntable so you can take a look at it. This is nothing new, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them. I got to get some of this stuff out of the way so I'm not creating a huge mess. Let's look at this Bentley as well. I just really am showing this off. I've been kind of foolish in that I should have opened these a long time ago to get them into the collection. In fact, every one of these castings, while I won't maybe not collect every version of them, the Bentley so far, I've collected all of them. This one I definitely do. I don't collect all of the Mustangs, but I like when a new Mustang is released and it has a stock look to it. Oops. When it has a stock look to it, like this one does. I think the first color was in blue, and this one in red. That one definitely goes into the collection. And this one, yeah, I'm just like the 55 Bel Air and a couple others. This one, of course, goes into the collection because it's just one of those really, really fun Hot Wheels castings. If I didn't care about these castings, I keep bumping everything. If I didn't care about these castings, I wouldn't have worried about the GameStop exclusives. But I do happen to care about all 4. GameStop really, consider they screwed up everything. They got lucky in that Hot Wheels gave them some pretty damn good exclusives. That can't always be said about the red editions. Here's the weird thing. This is my own opinion. The Zamacs, I have no complaints about the Zamacs. Walmart does 18 a year, or Hot Wheels and Walmart does 18 a year, and it's a pretty good cross-section of cars. So there's plenty of castings that I could care less about. But for the most part, you're going to get some good representation. And if you look back on the history of Zamacs, we'll do that video at the end of the year again. You see just almost, the Gasser's been one, the 55 Bel Air, the Datsun 510 wagon has been one. So is the 67 Camaro. Some of the most popular castings have hit that There's been Moon Eye Zamacs, you know, all that stuff. It's been a really, really cool. There's been a few good ones with the red editions, but I wouldn't say it's been phenomenal. I think the last batch, which I never showcased, including the C8 Corvette and the Dodge. In fact, I'll put them on here now so you can look at them. The Dodge Power Wagon, that one was cool. And of course, the cool Combi will always be popular. So that mix was really good. This one, it's okay. Let's start with the one that I think is probably the most interesting. It's the Corvette ZR1 convertible. And again, don't consider this like a massive complaint, because to be perfectly honest, because I collect all of the red editions, it means that, like the Zamacs, there's plenty of castings that I would never collect that I finally at least have one version of, which is kind of nice. Like this one, the Carbonator. Sure, it opens bottles, but I don't have any in my collection. But because of the red editions, at least for now, I do have them. This one's kind of cool. Although it's a casting I could care less about. And this same thing here, Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. I'm not real keen on the big trucks. I like the classic trucks. I'm not real keen on the on kind of the newer trucks. But this one goes into the collection twice, as you will see in just a second. So there's the red edition of the Trail Boss, the Chevy Trail Boss, which is cool. I mean, it looks cool with the camouflage look. So let's finish this video off with the Zamacs. These were the three. This came from my friend Mike. He found them. I never did. I think I saw remnants of them at one point. He found them. He gave me the set so I can showcase it for you. I'd say the Honda CRX, I'd add that to the collection no matter what. The other two, no. But I said we'd see a second Trail Boss. There it is right there. So let's go through these, and then let's get to the real meat of this video, which is that second mix. By the way, let's look at the numbers here. This one is number... Does that say 9? That would be 8. So, of course, this one would be 7. They release them in 3s. I think it's every other mix or every third mix. I can't totally remember. Here's that Beetle. People like the Beetle. I like the wheels on it. I like the deco. I like that it's a Zamac, because now I have one in the collection, which is nice. It's not a casting I'm too keen on. Honda CRX, that's the number 8. This one was a tribute to that Honda City racing livery that we've seen, Honda City Turbo that we've seen on both the van and the actual Honda City, right? This is Rio's design. So this one is kind of cool because it's a little bit of a different take on it with the Honda CRX. And I actually like the colors with the Zamac and the chrome lace wheels. That one is a definite. It's so fun to look at all these Zamacs together. And of course, I said we have two Trail Bosses. Here they are. Let's put them together. Big casting. And there it is right there. We'll put these two muddy ones together. What was it? Was the first one green? So are we going to have 4 versions of that Trail Boss? I wonder if we are. We might. Okay. Those are all good. I really like those GameStop exclusives. This mix of Target exclusives, very, very cool with the Combi Corvette and the Dodge. But let's just talk about this last mix of Zamacs that we got from Walmart. These came out, pretty much hit this week, right? I was very lucky to come across these on 2 fresh shippers, no super for those of you asking. Left all the regular treasure hunts. I did buy an extra Z because I'm going to put, actually I bought an extra set because the Z will go in the collection, so will the BMW, so will the 2017 Ford GT. I am a completist collector with all 3 of these castings. So 3 go into my Zamac collection, the other 3 go into my actual collection with those models. So let's get right to it. Now, first thing I got to do, let's start with this Ford GT. There was a then and now situation going on with that Ford GT casting, and the Zamac got it too. So the GT40, it got its then version, right, in a mix just a couple of mixes ago, and now we've got the now version. So what was it? White to start, and then black. I don't think we've seen the 2017 Ford GT in black yet, but the GT40 recently showed up in black. But here is the Zamac, and it looks fantastic. Super, super cool. The number 4 in Zamac. Dig this casting. Who was it? Mark Jones, I think, designed this one, this actual one. Again, it's like you have this list of models you'd love to see as Zamacs. You just check it off the list, right? Next one, we've seen two colors of the BMW M3 GT2. Started in red this year, debuting its metal spoiler. Then it went actual white, right? Like that Alpina BMW color. And now we have it in Zamac, looking cool. I would have liked to have seen this one maybe with chrome rims or even those like hub style rims, but I'll take this one because it looks cool with the Alpina, the Zamac colors. Or, I'm sorry, Zamac with the Alpina colors on top of it. I just maybe do away with those red rims with that one, but that's okay. Finally, this last one. We are going to get more into this beauty. It is the Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo. This one's having a stellar year, right? Showcased on my Instagram last night that this one's going premium as part of Modern Classics 3 in car culture in yellow. It's been a super treasure hunt this year, a fantastic super treasure hunt. And now we see it as a Zamac, and call it a plain Jane, meaning it's got the front and the rear detailing on it. And that is it. There's your artwork. Here is this absolutely fantastic model. If I saw one of these driving down the streets, I love this car. I've mentioned that I love it. I've mentioned I'm a huge fan of 300ZX. When Dima, the designer, said he was going to make one, how exciting was that? Debuted, a couple years ago in white and red. We saw a police version last year. Now we see it proper in this Zamac version. I'm so glad they did it on this blue version, this that was released this year, that stayed nice and clean. It's just an absolutely killer casting and an instant top Zamac model for me, is the way I would put it. And I'll get into some of my favorites here in just a second. All right, we got to finish off with this. This is the mail-in. You can see it says Zamac Edition 2021. It is the 1980 Dodge Matcha Power Wagon. I remembered that there was an entertainment version. No, a pop culture version. It was in car culture, one of those off-road. But it debuted in entertainment as, Simon and Simon as the Dodge Macho Power Wagon. Not to be confused with the standard Power Wagon, if you want to see the difference. One is just a little bit more macho than the other, right? Just saying. Let's open this one up. Mattel actually sent this to me. You can obviously mail in for it with the Walmart exclusives, or just when you buy cars from Walmart. Throw that, and here is this beauty. Looking cool as a Zamac. This thing is awesome. Sits super high. It's big. You want to put this in your Carney display, you got to really maneuver it in because it doesn't leave any room for wiggle. But I really like the colors. That's kind of cool. That kind of 70s look there on the hood. This thing is fantastic. All right, before we go, a little set within a set. The Zamacs to me are the best store exclusives, always have been. I hope that Walmart and Hot Wheels continue to do them, but there is a little set within the set. For lack of a better term, we call them the plain Janes. These are the models that, for whatever reason, good reasons, has that kind of stock look to them. You don't see very many raw cars driving around, but what I mean is, it's the cars that, instead of some sort of side tampo, whether it's a racing tampo or a flame or anything else, it just has the actual car decos on it, like whether it's taillights and headlights. Some of these just have headlights or whatever, but it's basically whatever you would call a stock look for a Hot Wheels Zamac. I believe I've got them all here. 13 released prior to the next addition to the family, which is the 300ZX. What's funny about these is Hot Wheels likes to go stock with some of these cool cars, and if you look at this family, it's pretty insane. So we're going to roll through these as we go. To finish off from the Ferrari F12, which I believe was the first one. And if I'm missing one, you guys let me know and I'll include it the next time. But to me, unless they're going to be doing it all the time, when there's a new addition to the plain Jane Zamac family, we will show off the entire family. Ferrari F12, Lamborghini Aventador J, Tesla, the Model S, Porsche 993, Porsche 911 GT3, of course that awesome Dodge Demon, the McLaren, is that the P1? Gotta always check those out. No, it's the 720S. You McLaren fans are gonna get after me for that one. Audi S5, Acura, NSX, maybe the most desired of all the plain Janes, the Bugatti Chiron, the Subaru 22B, the WRX STI 22B, Honda Civic Type R, the McLaren Senna, and of course the latest edition, the Zamac 300, almost dropped it, ZX. I love the Zamac collection. I will keep going, and it's always nice to add to the plain Jane. I don't know if I like the term, but it's the best one I could come up with. The plain Jane family. You guys tell me what you think. Nice to go back to finish off those the GameStop exclusives, update the red editions, and of course the Zamacs. Who else collects all these? Let me know in the comments. Thanks, everybody. Bye.